Which verse do I have?
You have 17.
Then
Read
Jeremiah.
17, Vic.
No.
Get out, Vic. Read 17. Oh, whose turn is it?
Mine.
Okay, go, KJ.
Then Jeremiah said to Ezekiel, "This is what
Zedekiah.
This is the Lord God Almighty, the God of Israel says, if you surrender to the offers of the king of
Babylon.
your life will be spared and the city will not be burned down. You and your family will live, but if you will not surrender to the officers of the king of Babylon, the city will be given into the hands of the Babylonians. They will burn it down. You yourself will not escape from them."
Who has 19?
That was 18 was PJ's verse.
Oh.
So should we.
Christian 19.
King Zedekiah said to Jeremiah, I am afraid of the Jews who have gone over the Babylonians. The Babylonians may hand me over to them, and they will mistreat me.
Who has 20?
Elijah.
Come on, Eli.
They will not hand you over. Jeremiah replied, obey the Lord by doing what he tells you. Then it will go well with you, and your life will be spared.
Donovan.
Yeah.
21.
I can't see.
But.
Where's but?
About 21. But
if you refuse to surrender, this is what the Lord has revealed to me.
Daniel 22.
22.
All
the woman left in the place of
palace. Speak up.
Palace of the king of Judah will be brought out to the officials of the king of Babylon. Those women will say to you, they misled. It says misled you and overcame you. Those trusted friends of yours, your feet are sunk in the mud. Your friends have deserted you.
That's it. Feet to feet 23.
All your lives and children will be brought out to the Babylonians. Your soul will not escape from their hand, but will be captured by the king of Babylon, and this city will be burned down.
Mom, are you on?
No, which one? I read it.
Hi, Grandma.
Which one?
Mama, I read Mom's verse already. She had 14.
Okay, that's okay.
Grandma, you want to explain verse 14, Mom's verse?
We can't get he sent for Jeremiah the prophet. We know who Jeremiah was. He was on we call him the weeping prophet. He always like to cry for anything going on. He said if I give you an answer, he asked and said, do not hide anything from me. That's what he was telling. He said, but uh, if I give you an answer, he said, will you not kill me? And so he said, Jeremiah told him, said, you would not listen to me. He had told him what to do and all of this, and he would listen to him. That's it. Okay.
All right.
So
That was good. Okay, so after 14, I have the next one, Leisha.
You don't have any,
Oh, who has 15?
Kiana,
Okay.
but she's helping her kids.
Okay. So then that's when Jeremiah said unto Zedekiah. So if I'm trying to figure out how to say this in different words without just saying what he just said. Basically, he was like, if I do say it, are you going to kill me? Or if I help you, what does hearken mean?
Listen.
Okay. And if I help you, will you not listen to me? Because we all know we don't like to help people if they're not going to actually do what we say.
Man, let me give you a little. So, Jeremiah, he was the prophet for like 5 kings. So, it was all these kings over Judah, and he was the one that was prophesying to them. And the Babylonians, they were coming in and ransacking them. King Zedekiah is King Josiah's son. The Babylonian king put Zedekiah into office, and he changed his name. So that's how he got the name Zedekiah. And so he put him in, you know, how you feel you put somebody in the office and you feel like they should have this loyalty to you. Well, Zedekiah started conspiring with the Egyptian king, and he went against the Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar. So now Nebuchadnezzar is upset, and he's getting ready to overtake the city. And so it was like a 30-month siege. So like the first time he'll go in, you know, he'll go and he'll take all the best people, the people that had high positions and did good works, like if they could make swords and things like that. And so Jeremiah is prophesizing, dude, surrender. And they throw him in jail. And then they like, okay, is there a word from Jeremiah? And Jeremiah like, yeah, dude, surrender to these Babylonians. And they throw him in this cistern. And he was down in this mud and he was sinking. And he had a friend that was still in the courts, and so they got him out, right? So now we at Kiana's verse, and he like, dude, every time y'all ask me this question, you're punishing me over and over and over. So look, you're asking me, if I answer this question, are you gonna kill me? Because I done told y'all before, and y'all ain't even trying to listen to me. Okay, I'm done.
All right, so in 16, King Zedekiah was like, so between me and you, Jeremiah, as long as I have breath in my body, I'll make sure that those who want to kill you won't kill you, and I won't kill you neither.
Because the people didn't like Jeremiah prophesizing surrender to these Babylonians. So the people didn't like Jeremiah, and so Jeremiah hid. And he did everything in secret, because sometimes in life, we care more about what people think about us than what God thinks about us. And so he's over here secretly talking to the prophet because he's worried about what the people would think, because the people wanted Jeremiah dead for telling everybody to surrender to God. I mean, to the Babylonians.
Do I have to tell?
KJ?
KJ?
Okay. Jeremiah said to Zedekiah, he's prophesying, this is what the Lord Almighty, the God of Israel, says. If you surrender to the officers of the king of Babylon, your life will be spared and the city will not be burned down. Basically, the people of Babylon is going to burn them down if they don't surrender. So basically, it's a lose-lose since they are being they're being owned by Babylon.
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 So the lose part is that if they don't surrender, then their city's going to be burned down and they're
Yeah.
going to die. So what's the win part?
The win part is their lives are going to be spared.
Right. So if they surrender, that's absolutely right. Their lives will be spared.
Win-win.
18.
I think that's PJ.
PJ.
So mine is talking about that you got to listen when yours the king, or you will not escape the Babylonians, and they're gonna burn down every the city you made.
Man, what a punishment.
Hey, PJ. Actually, anybody. Here's the question for you guys. What is a king?
Oh, a king is something that leads through all people. There's bad kings which do
Wait.
bad.
Chris, wait. You're absolutely right. You're right. You are right. Does the United States have a king? Do we have a king?
No.
We use democracy.
Yeah, we use a democracy, and if
And
you
so
have
it's president, so they don't be kings for long.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What'd you say, KJ?
We use democracy. And I said we, so there's no more kings.
Isn't there a
Well,
system called a monarchy?
There are
system
still
called
kings.
president.
So there are still kings and queens.
Yeah.
So the longest ruling monarch in the world right now is Queen
That's
Elizabeth.
me.
She's currently the Queen of the United Kingdom of Canada and is it New Zealand? I think. All right, so here's my next question. What's the biggest difference between a monarch and a democracy that we have?
Oh. Democracy is.
Because they have different letters.
Yeah, they do got different letters. That's right.
Let people rule.
What'd you say, KJ or Chris?
Because other people rule.
Other people rule. Okay, so here's the thing. We're going to go back to verses 14, 15, 16. If the king Zedekiah, can he make any rule he wants?
Yes, because he's the king.
Can the president make any rule he wants?
No, he has to go through a system.
He has to go through a system.
So first it goes to the people, and they say yes or no, and then it goes to court.
It goes to the Senate. It goes to the Senate, which is a different group of people, and they say
And
yes.
if they say no, you can't do it. But if they say yes, you could go. Then you have to do one more, and they say yes, you could go make that rule.
Excellent. That's how a bill is turned into a law.
And I don't know why, but a lot of laws were made, and they were like not smart laws, because you can't eat.
All right, hey Chris, I gotta go really fast. All right, but you're absolutely right. All right, so look. Here, I'm almost done, guys. I'm almost done. All right, so we have we have a king who said he could kill somebody, right? And then he could die, right? And then we got these other kings coming, and they're gonna beat them up, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that what the Babylonians are doing? Isn't that what Auntie Alicia said? They ransacked the place, they beat them up.
Yeah.
Have you guys know what ransack means, right?
Yeah. Beat 'em up. Yeah.
Yeah. So like Dan and Don, you guys know what ransack means, right? Dan, Don,
Yeah. Stealing.
have you guys ever ransacked something?
No.
I ran
Well,
to the house
yeah.
I thought you guys opened and destiny a bag of cookies.
I did still take his phone.
I got on my sister's phone. Wait.
All right, so I'm all done, guys. I did just want you guys to realize that the other kings are going to come in, and they've been doing this, like Auntie Alicia said, over time. And right now, Zedekiah has to choose between fighting and losing everything or surrendering. All right, I'm done. 19.
Lisa, can you scroll up a little bit so Chris can see all of 19? Okay, Chris, let's go.
So the king. Okay, so King Zedekiah said to Jeremiah, he is afraid of the Jews, and he thinks the Babylonians gonna mistreat him. They think they're gonna get them, and they're gonna beat him up and make fun of them and give them back to Jews. Give them back to the Jews. Make fun of them.
Okay, so here we have the king, instead of listening to the prophet and doing what's right, what is he afraid of?
The Jews.
The people. So what happens in life when you're more afraid of the people than afraid of what God says?
That's gonna be a sticky situation.
Right. Right. All right. Anybody else on 19?
COVID-19.
Okay.
Nobody's on.
Nuh-uh.
Okay, we can go to 20. Oh, you have something, Poo Poo?
Oh wait,
So I heard that some things can get in trouble, and if the king can get mad at them for making fun of him, because if the king says no and they say do, they're gonna get in trouble.
Right. Well, this is the flip side of that, because Zedekiah is about to be the last king. He's no longer going to be king. And so he's afraid what's about to happen. So can you imagine being the leader and now you're no longer, come on, Chris.
You're about to not have it.
You're not about to have that
want
power. So this power is about to, so
Just
he's very afraid. And I know sometimes we want to look at him and say, why are you afraid? Just do what God says. But sometimes fear is scary. That's right. Sometimes it creeps into all of our lives. But we have to stand on God's word. So thank you for that question, Poo Poo. We're ready to go to PJ or no?
I got a quick question, Dean. Hey, starting from youngest to oldest, I just want to ask you guys, what is something you are afraid of? So Ken, youngest to oldest, Ken, are you afraid of anything?
I'm afraid of granny games.
What kind of games?
Yeah.
It is a creepy game, Kennedy. When that grandma start chasing you, it's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Daniel, are you afraid of anything?
You have to cross over.
Wait, am I? Mine
You just have to put that up.
I don't know.
That's fine. Don, are you afraid of anything?
A hyena.
A hyena? Yeah, I could see that. Eli, are you afraid of anything?
Yes, getting through off the top of Mount Everest.
Okay. All right. Chris, are you afraid of anything?
I'm afraid of belt whoopings. I'm scared to have fatality.
Fatality? All right. PJ. Oh, okay. PJ, are you afraid of anything?
Probably going down like math areas, like it up to say a height of Mount Everest, and we go all down, straight down. That would be scary.
No,
KJ, are you afraid of anything?
I'm afraid of getting a D on a test.
A D on the test. Okay, so listen up. Hey guys, listen up. This is what I heard from Kennedy pretty much all the way up to PJ. We all said different things we're afraid of, and a lot of that was we're afraid of dying. We're afraid of dying. So whether it's Granny and the gang getting us, or we falling off Mount Everest, or we're getting our belt whoopings that's so bad you feel like you're dying, to even just failing at succeeding in life. We all have fears, but like Auntie Dina said, we got to push through those, right? To God, and it's super hard. All right, I'm done.
Good job, Phil. Who's next?
Eli.
How did them burn down the
No,
house?
Eli.
We'll talk about that.
Am I
later.
20?
Yeah.
Okay. It is about how Jeremiah is trying to tell the king to do what God says and to obey him. What?
I don't know what.
Oh no, wait.
Great job. 21.
Donovan.
Yeah.
One.
I can't see.
But
But if you refuse and surrender,
what does
this
surrender mean?
is
What surrender mean?
I don't know.
How do you
At
surrender?
the-
How do you surrender?
I don't give up.
Yeah. So who are we talking about in this lesson?
I don't know.
Who are we talking about in this lesson?
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah is talking
I'm
to
looking
the king. And Jeremiah is telling the king, if you refuse to surrender, if you refuse to give up, I'm sorry.
Well, surrender. This is at.
Is it too big? Oh, there you go. If you refuse to surrender, this is
what the Lord has
revealed.
revealed to me.
So what does it mean when he say the Lord reveals this to him?
Revealed?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what the revealed means.
Show him. But this is the thing about Jeremiah. It took a lot of courage to be able to stand before kings and tell them what they don't want to hear. As Uncle Phil has already stated, a king had the power to kill you, to execute you, to do whatever he wanted to do to you. So he had a lot of courage to stand before him and not only tell him the message once, but tell it to him over and over and over. They called him the weeping prophet because he was always crying out for Judah because they were sinning and doing wrong, and he just wanted them to turn from their evil ways. And Daniel was gonna tell what the Lord revealed to him in verse 22. You want this?
What?
You want this? Or you want this? Okay. 22.
22.
What's gonna happen?
All the women left in place.
all the women left in
The palace.
palace.
So the women that they're talking about is whose women? The kings.
The kings. The kings.
Mm-hmm. So Jeremiah is begging him. He is pleading. Don't refuse what God is telling you to do. If you refuse, all of your women, what's going to happen to them?
Those women will say to you, they miss
Wait,
you.
they will be bought out to the officials. So they're going to be given to the Babylonians officials.
They're Babylonians.
The people that's about to overtake them. They about to get their city burned down. All because they did not act right. And they're about to get it burned down because he told the king to just surrender and they wouldn't burn them. The Babylonians was ruthless. It's modern day Iraq. You know them Iraqis over there right now? Iraq. Yeah, Iraq.
Wait a minute. I don't think they called Iraqis.
Oh, what are they called?
Iraqis.
Iranians.
Yeah.
Iraq ain't called Iraqis. They called Iranians. That's weird. Ain't that Iran?
What is
Yeah. Wait. We
Those are two separate countries. So from all
Oh,
the
never
different
mind.
but she's just talking about Middle Easterns. We could just go with that. That kind of encompasses
Yeah.
everybody.
There we go.
Okay. So the Babylonians, the Chaldeans are ruthless. And when they overtake a city, they burn that sucker to the ground. And he said, if you just surrender, they ain't gonna burn it to the ground. But we know that Jeremiah is not gonna surrender. Him and his people tried to sneak out. And you know what happened? The Babylonians killed all his kids and gouged his eyes out. And then took him into captivity and then burned down their city. Because God came and warned him. And God comes and gives us warnings too. And he say, Daniel, don't you do that. Donovan, don't you do that. And then he tell you again, didn't I just tell you? Don't you do that. And so Zedekiah was warned over and over and over. And he still chose to be scared or fearful of the people. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't finish Daniel's verse. Daniel, what's the rest of your verse? And it said, the women shall say, they misled you and overcame you, your trusted friends, your feet are sunk in the mud, your friends have deserted you. So these people, Zedekiah was scared to go into captivity because he was scared of the Jewish people that was there mocking and laughing at him and talking about him and maybe even killing him. But they said that they are going to say to Zedekiah, the people that he trusted misled him because all Zedekiah's officials told him, don't surrender to the Babylonians. Kill Jeremiah and let's, and they was completely surrounded. They was like running low on supplies and running low on food because these Babylonians was getting ready to get them. Okay, I'm done. Feet to feet.
They want you to.
23. Come on, Papa. Alicia, can you pull it up a little bit so she can see the whole? There it is.
The weapon, all your wives and children will be stabbed by the weapon.
So they said that all of his wives and all of his children will be brought out to the Babylonians. And then what's the next part say?
Yourself not escape.
Okay, so he won't escape. So what happens? What happens if the wives and the children are all brought out?
The city will be burned down. They're gonna burn down the whole
And they're
entire
gonna
city.
burn down the city. That's right. And they're gonna capture the king. You got anything else you want to add?
Hey, Dita,
Yeah.
did they burn down Solomon's temple? Solomon's temple was in Judah. Is this when they lost the temple? When Nebuchadnezzar, King Darius paid a decree. Didn't he come and burn down the temple?
They're gonna have to rebuild.
With Ezra, right?
They're gonna first, they're gonna first start. First thing they're gonna do is rebuild the altar, and then the next thing they're gonna do is, they start with the temple.
And they do not currently have a temple right now, everybody, where they worship their church. It's just so interesting. Have y'all been reading all that Gaza stuff? They be like prayers for Gaza. And like the Israelis is like bombing them like crazy. And they using like chemical warfare and all that stuff. And they're like hiding underneath the bottom of the buildings right now. And they're crying out to the United States and they saying, you know, you guys are cowards for not helping us.
I have a question.
Okay.
What's your question, Boo?
I realized the sun is God.
Yeah,
No.
Jesus. Yes, that's right.
Oh, I thought.
Does anybody else have anything? All right, who's praying us out of here?
Me.
Anybody else want to pray besides Poo Poo?
Me.
Christian? Anybody else?
Daniel.
Daniel, you
They
like?
aren't even here.
Let's see. What was it? She never prayed. I never heard her pray.
Chris said Lizzie pray. Okay, let's start with, come on, let's go.
God, please bow your head and close your eyes. God, please help someone be good. God, please help everyone to be good. God, please help everyone to listen to the mom and dad. God, please help them to be very, very good. God, please help them to be very, very awesome. God, please help us to stay alive. God, please help us to reach and finish this day.
Yes, God.
God, please help everyone.
Yes, Lord.
Please.
Please, God.
In Jesus' name do
In Jesus'
pray.
name.
Amen and amen.
Come on, Christian.
Gotcha.
Come on, Chris. Let's go.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. You hear?
Let's go, Chris.
God,
You just
things you did for us. You helped us through these hard times. You helped us love others. You made us look good. You helped us when we were down. You loved us when,
Thank you, Lord.
when we was down too.
Yes,
You
God.
helped us with everything. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen and amen.
Oh, it says connecting to audio. We must get kicked
No,
out.
we're not connected.
No, we heard you.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I just typed that in.
Does anybody else praying? Good lesson. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Mouth back.